I wonder why there's a discrepancy between like how long I've been streaming these and how long it says that I've been playing. I wonder if that's because whenever you pause or are reading something like that you scanned, it doesn't count. And then obviously if you died at one point, then it doesn't count the previous run since the last save station. Alright. Well. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Kadash here. Welcome back to Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Last time around was pretty much, it was mostly just going around, you know, hitting the dunes, as it were, with our trusty Viola. Well, hang on. Thing isn't quite set up the way I want it to be. I just realized. Oh well. And then we went to the volcano. Could only progress so much. Because like we were about to cross this one bridge. And well, I mean, I guess, yeah, but loading screens maybe. But where was I? Oh yeah, so we're like trying to cross this one bridge, but Silex actually made an appearance briefly. Like you didn't really see much of him, but you did see his hand appear and like mess with some controls that like remove the bridge entirely. So, you know, he's wise to us and stuff. And then we got a little thermal chip thingy that we brought back to Miles, and then he used that to create a new weapon for us. So that's why I have 2 ammo things now. Which is the fire weapon in particular. Interesting. So when I just revert back to the missile launcher, it doesn't make the same sound. Yeah, the transformations are pretty cool. And then I also collected 2 different packs or shot ammo expansions. So far though, one interesting change is that the new gun, the new weapon, the fire shot, it doesn't charge, interestingly, and in fact I can still fire the psychic beam while armed with this, so it actually behaves like I was confused at first because I couldn't figure out how to fire it. And then I realized, well, it's using the same button that you use to fire the missile, so which makes sense because you have to swap between the missile and the fire shot. So I see. Yeah, Zuzu gets used a lot for like different hauling things or whatever, right? Or hauling different stuff. Did I not scan that before? Oh, that's a used bomb slot. But I am wondering, it does make me wonder if they are going to bring back beam combos in any way, shape, or form. Except the way they're going to do it is, I don't know, you fire a psychic charge shot and then you press R or something. Beyond. Yeah, we are seeing, like, it is pretty cool just seeing the different things that remind me of, like, hunters and echoes. Like, I believe, like, it called the fire shot a sub-weapon, which is what the Judicator, Magmaw, etc. were called. They were called sub-weapons. Well, I do know there is a super missile upgrade in this game, so just because the icon changed. This music is nice. Off-grid LED guide light fuses oxygen and hydrogen from the surrounding environment, generating heat, light, and electricity. Capsule capturing platform catches arriving cargo capsules. A scanner built into the floor confirms if cargo arrived safely and intact. Arrival point for capsules launched via the shipping system. Central cushioning absorbs all impact shock. Oh, good. Cryopod transport system. Cable transport system that runs between the laboratory and the crane loading area. Non-operational. Right, because I remember there were those weird, like, zipline looking things, or things on ziplines, that I thought looked kind of like cocoons. So are those cryopods then? The cryopod appears to have been abandoned. Its cooling system lost power and failed. Speaking of which, I do remember there was a cryopod in this first area. It was saying how there was something about how there was like a part that was open or whatever, but I couldn't do anything with it. Airtight container installed with independent cooling systems for preserving an organism at extremely low temperatures. Its circuitry is exposed. Okay, hang on, actually. Circuitry makes me think that it's an electrical weapon thingy, but yeah, it's probably an electrical weapon thingy, or electric shock, not to be confused with electric shock. Nice belt. Well, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or maybe they're just like, you know, it's cheap, so cheap and effective. You know, it's something we haven't seen in this entire game so far. Samus's eyes, which is very unusual for a Prime game. Like we will get close-ups of her visor and stuff, but we have not seen her eyeballs underneath the visor at all, which is very interesting. Can't write it. Nope. Am I about to get accosted by those wolves? Speak of the devil. Oh boy. Oh, you got like ice crystal jingling on your back. Remind me of those, whatever those creatures are called in The Last Jedi. They're like crystalline wolves. Or wolfy creatures. Anyway, Canis morphology. Snow wolf. Carnivorous quadruped living in the frigid regions of Ice Belt. A pack hunter that surrounds its prey. Its cold natural habitat makes it ill-suited to warm climates. Right. Oh, yeah. Technically, that is true, yeah. Which in a way that kind of makes it more meaningful or you know, feel more special because, you know, it's like so far that's the only way you can see what her eyes look like, you know. The snow wolf is a quadrupedal creature native to the frigid ice belt. Carnivorous hunters, they patrol their territory in packs of several dozen. Upon finding prey, they will surround it to prevent escape, whereupon groups of especially ferocious young males will take turns attacking, one after another. Once their prey has fallen, they typically feast in a hierarchical order, starting with the alpha, with a portion reserved to pregnant females and the pack's youngest members. How considerate. High metabolism enables their bodies to generate heat very efficiently, enabling long treks across their territory. Also pregnant has been mentioned in Metroid. Haha. Anyway, unfortunately, this means they struggle to adapt to hot environments and will succumb quickly if confronted with high heat weaponry. So noted. Who else wants it? Can't do it while they're doing that. I can't hit them while they're running in a circle like that. Oh, hi there. Yes, yes, you're very scary. Bet Bell never considered doing this against the wolves. Anyway. Whoa, ow! Oh, you didn't think that was you didn't think that was funny? Alright, fine. Simple enough. Ah! There are quite a lot of them, though. So, Not sure if I'll run out of wolves first or run out of fire shot ammo. Whoa, ow. Ow. Once again, the voice actress for Samus is really giving it her all. Oh no. Speaking of giving it, yeah, speaking of which, I'm actually in trouble. Wow, I actually died from that. That's not a great start, is it? Load checkpoint. Okay. Much appreciated. Tell you what, yeah, this camera doesn't really pick up. I think I had the same problem last time, like when recording Dread. Oh, yeah. But, I think I was having the same problem with when I was recording Dread. The camera doesn't really seem to pick up the color purple, as well. Tell you what, though, it is nice that, you know, I can use this to basically stun the beast, and then finish him off. Oh man. I'm running out of ammo, though. Yay! Goodness. Man, we're starting off not strong. Oh. What? Ooh. Is it a Marine? So it wasn't supposed to be something you were... Is it, I'm guessing it might be Armstrong or something, just because, you know, it's a strong name, right? But I think that's the name of one of the Marine, I think it's the Marine of the black guy, which I think is like the leader, the commander of the bunch. Or maybe it's the sniper guy. Or, I mean, I just assumed he was kind of like a sniper guy, but I was thinking to myself, like, you know, because I was in trouble. I already knew I was in trouble, and I was just looking at the radar, and I'm just like, there are so many of them. Like, there were too many of them. I was like, you know, Captain Panaka in The Phantom Menace. There are too many of them. Or Zeratul in, you know, the dream or the vision of, you know, the timeline where they kill Kerrigan, and because of that, Amon becomes too powerful, and the Zerg are overrunning them and stuff, and they're like, there are just too many of them. There was also in Metroid Other M, where Samus is pinned by Ridley Stage 2, and then, what's his name? Anthony gets him off, like blasts him with some plasma, and then basically scares him off, kind of, so, because he actually wounds him and stuff, so. Ooh, gold, nice. Well, I do remember, yeah, I think in the cutscene where you see that dude, whatever his name is, I'm guessing it's Armstrong, because I remember that's one of the names of the Marines. I think it was in a snowy area when he shows up. But yeah, that's pretty darn cool. Alright, where is my savior? This is an elevator. Large elevator for wheeled vehicles used to lower container vehicles. It has extremely high weight capacity, currently offline. Right, and I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't. Oh, hey, I'm at net zero for the third energy tank. Indubitably. Object out of range. Conduit access hatch used by maintenance tanks. The red light indicates it is offline and locked. Wow. You know, it's not just me babysitting some Marines or something. No, one of them actually saved me, you know? Currently offline, controlled by the main control terminal. Must be online to unlock. Smaller version of the regular maintenance tank developed to perform tasks in narrow passages. Battery charge at 0%. Right. There's various kinds of data currently offline. Okay. Is this the lasso door? Or is this an electric? It's an electric seal, yeah. Oof. was a turret that he was manning. Oh.
All clear.
Huh.
I never thought I'd meet the legendary bounty hunter, Samus. In a place like this.
Oh, it is this guy.
Corporal Rieger Tokabi. Fed sniper. Herc Unit Delta. It's good to finally cross paths with you. But tell me.
You have a bad leg?
Where are we?
Huh.
We were deep in gunfire. I lost visuals, then woke with a busted comms unit and a leg to match. Now,
Relatable.
I tried to access this terminal, but the only thing I could get operational was the gun. That's it. Then I see this here. What do you make of it?
He has a funny way of talking. Wrong button. Access code approved. Displaying hologram schematic of the laboratory. Hologram interactivity initialized. Mary Company Ventaglo. No, I don't think so.
Oh, you were able to activate this. A map of the facility. But it's corrupted. Ah, you want to go there. In that case, this elevator is the only way down. But the power is offline. One moment. There. That must be the generator room. I think we can bring it back to life. All right, you have the map. I'm no good with this leg, so I'll have to keep an eye on you from here. Luck be with you.
Kind of a weird way of saying good luck, but whatever. Okay. Well, thanks for the assist, buddy. I kind of forgot what your name was already. Rhaegar Tokabi. Infantryman and former hunter who specializes in long-range precision shooting, armed with a K-10 5116 short to long-range rifle with visor-linked scope. Rhaegar Tokabi. Corporal Rhaegar Tokabi is a sniper in the Galactic Federation, wants a hunter working on remote worlds. He volunteered for Federation service in the hopes of finding remote worlds. He volunteered for Federation service in the hopes of finding stability. He enjoys solitude and dislikes working with others, always preferring to go on missions solo without a spotter. Also relatable. The Tokabi family has worshipped the god Solan for generations. I'm sorry. Rhaegar included. He is never without his arrowhead-shaped talisman. Oh, he's like a Native American guy. I was like, Tokabi? It's like, that sounds Japanese or whatever, but no, okay. Alright, interesting. Talisman strongly believes his continued survival is only because of its protection. Unfortunately, his beliefs are often in conflict with his missions and their use of his talents, which is a source of much loathing and personal strife. Indeed. Okay. So I just got the last three. Which is like the girl, the black guy, and then the robo dude. Main control terminal handles executive functions for the lobby and controls power to the pod maintenance. Yeah, it is kind of a nod. Handles executive functions for the lobby and controls power to the pod maintenance gate. It can also provide access to a hologram schematic of the facility. Okay. I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny. Samus is like just purely communicating. It felt a bit more like Samus isn't just silent, she just can't talk. Just a little bit. Just because she just points, hovers this part down, and he goes, "Ah, you want to go there?" or something. Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, yeah, I don't walk around very well either, or go around very well either these days because of my leg. So I relate to you, my guy. Not with your spiritual beliefs, obviously, but at least with your leg, I empathize. Transport tube and network for moving small cargo currently offline. And that looks like a cryopod. Oh no, it's a healing pod. Administers in intensive care. Currently offline. Mechanism, stowable rotating beam turret, spherical cannon used for neutralizing wild animals. Yeah, you don't say. Uses nuclear fusion to generate piercing energy rounds. Fires up to 6,000 rounds per minute. Apple.
That is one powerful turret.
Yeah, I second that.
I can't go with you because of my leg. I'll have to stay here. You'll need to get that generator back online, Samus.
Definitely less talkative than Miles. That's for darn sure.
I'll keep an eye on things from here. Least I can do.
Thanks, bud. Also, yeah, very much Bad Batch vibes, like from the Clone Wars or the show, The Bad Batch, which is the series with it's like the malformed clones, the clone army, but they're hence why they're called the Bad Batch. However, they have perks that come with their right. Portal 2 reference. Forgot. But where was I? Oh yeah. But yeah, they have the malformities of each of the clones. It actually comes with perks. But it's like you have a sniper guy who's called Crosshair. That's what he's referred to as, Crosshair. You have a Brainiac guy whose name I don't know his name. I think Crosshair is the only one whose name I actually remember. Well, no, there is Omega, who she's a malformed clone because, well, she's a girl. Then there's a big dude, like this clone he's just this massive strong man, which reminds me of the big robot dude. There is one guy who's just kind of a bit more normal looking. I think he's the leader or whatever. So kind of like the black guy, you know. Okay, so Takabe, yeah, got Mackenzie, Takabe. Armstrong is the name of one of them. I think it's the other dude, but Cryopods abandoned after their delivery truck overturned battery charge at 0%, non-functional. Also, it makes sense, like, you know, it's just there are so many of the wolves running in a circle around me. That is what caused the little storm, if you will. Or the little snow, kind of the little blizzard. It was them causing it. Alright, so I don't properly remember. Oh, wait, there's an right, there is an elevator, but, like, how do I... Oh. Wait, no. Okay. According to the map, there should be a dip over there somewhere. Oh, what? Huh. Scan first. Just a morph ball bomb. Strong shock. Good enough. Samus right now, Samus when being attacked by the snow wolves. I'm Supergirl and I'm here to save the world, but I wanna know who's gonna save me. Anyway, Snow Roach, a creature with a flat, soft carapace, able to live in cold environments due to its high body temperature, though its volatile body will explode on impact, or contact, rather. Snow roaches are omnivorous arthropods found indoors or underground in cold climate. They form large groups, and upon finding food, will secrete a pheromone that draws more of their kind. The shell on their back is bioluminescent, creating a beacon for them to gather around in dark places. Their body fluids contain antifreeze proteins, fortifying them against low temperatures. They also have a high intercorporeal pressure, which raises their body temperature but causes them to burst at the slightest impact. Cryopod, airtight container installed with independent cooling systems for preserving organism at extremely low temperatures. Can operate on minimal power. So noted. Ice that is thickened over time and can be melted using high temperature tools. Indeed. Oh. Huh. Samus now makes grunts if, ow? What was that, a shriek bat? Or something of the like? But, dang, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So she'll like make grunts, even if she's in morph ball mode. The only other game that has done that is Metroid Other M. I just want to scan those. Loading platform loads cryopods brought in from outside onto rails for distribution. Indeed. Bounders, or what? They must be breeding like, well, rabbits. Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, maybe my theory that she becomes etherealized is, has been disproven. Maybe. Ooh, frosty door. Frosty the door. Oh yeah, there's a heat door that I can access now. I don't remember where it is though. Oh, it's in I think it's in Furry Green. Security door. Locks on collectively. Wait, controls access to vital experimentation cells currently locked. Ah, okay, so it's not something I can actually. It's not actually a fire door. What about this? Okay. Psychic lock unit. Developed during the psychic era, blocks passages with a wall of psychic energy. These locks can be released using collected TK codes. Perhaps. Hmm. Oh, hang on. Hmm. So that's not the pattern then, is it? I mean, I suppose I could figure it out via process of elimination. But maybe... Maybe it won't let me just yet. The way this indoor snowy section like is designed, it reminds me of Bits and Other M as well as in Federation Force, honestly. Floor security terminal controls security systems on the floor, currently offline. A linked activation device is nearby. Okay. Floor security display shows the locations and current state of security doors on this floor, currently offline. Bomb slot encased in ice. The slot will function normally once the ice is melted. Say no more. And for now, we'll just, just bomb slot it like a normal person. I've heard that exact same sound effect before. That sound effect, that soundbite was specifically from Prime 3. It was used in Prime 3 when you use a hand reader. That's cool. I don't think so. Oh, yeah. Alright, for use, touching the hologram will release all locked security doors. Oh, okay. Floor security display shows locations and current state of security doors on this floor. Red indicates that a door is locked, with green is unlocked. Nice.
Samus, you hear me? I patched into the facility speakers. I can use them to communicate. I noticed that several rooms were unlocked at once. That was you, wasn't it? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Proceed with caution. You never know what's lurking.
So noted, my good man. Oh. Interesting. As far as a character in as far as a character in Metroid having a funny, badass voice or whatever, or an attempt at a badass voice, I mean, Rundus is a sensational character in that. It's like, hey, relax, we're the good guys, justice will prevail, and all that stuff, right, Samus? Everybody loves Rundus. Device Nova DNA sequencer. Lamorne device for complex genetic sequencing. Used to identify organisms and analyze genetic mutations. DNA sample storage case stores and displays airtight vials containing Nova DNA. Scanners are built into the vial holders to monitor the samples. Interesting. Cover conceals the ventilation shaft as metals have deteriorated in extreme cold and can be shattered by a strong impact connected to the adjacent room. Okay. What's this? Accessing encrypted file. Research diary day 21 gifts. Data download to notebook. Or to logbook. Huh. A log entry. Now I know what you're thinking, Samus. Did I hit you with or without hyper mode? Okay. LMH. Priest Shatoya wants to install something in this room. Apparently, it will be a gift to the one who will become our savior at some point in the future. But do we not need a savior right now? If our efforts are not the priority, then do the Lamorne have a future? All we can do right now is continue the experiments and believe that we will see results. I pray for the day when I can leave this dark, freezing lab and walk under the sun again. Interesting. So we have some that are not some Lemorn that are not all too keen on all this, huh? Also, that was the first Lemorn log that was not a spiritual plaque, if you will, but like an actual diary or something. What is second container? Stores items prepped by the last Lemorn priest to be kept opened using telekinesis. Grasping the node, and moving it along the display path releases the lock. The container will then vanish. Ah, of course. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Is this the lasso? Quite. Nice. Have become Spider-Man. Anyway, psychic lasso acquired. Sammy Man does whatever a Sammy can. Anyway, while using ZL to aim at that, uses L to attach the psychic. Okay. Okay. Checks used by maintenance tanks equipped with a latch point, allowing them to be pulled down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. L is also jump. Wait, what?
If you're having trouble, have you tried scanning your surroundings?
Hang on. How do I do this? Psychic lasso again. First aim at what? Hold ZL. Use to attach. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, right. Hang on. Do I have to scan it first? Lemorn made locking system long as it's pulled off. Okay. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. So I actually press the left joystick. Okay. Whoa. Easy there. This is where I went. Yeah, this is where I was before. Okay. I guess since this is a lab, it does make sense for each of these doors to be like hand reader um, activated. Hmm. I've already tried this way now. But I was trying to go with the flow, as it were. Oh, I thought that was like ice or something. This is Denzium? What is this? Pack blocked by rubble from laboratory structure collapse. Blockage primarily consists of materials impervious to beams and explosives. Physical force is required to clear. Oh. Okay. Very good. Ooh, missile expansion. during the fight, I was genuinely like the fight with the snow, the snow wolves. I was genuinely thinking to myself when I realized just how many of them there were and how badly I was doing. I was like, was I supposed to collect like some energy tanks before this or something? Access code approved. Displaying organism laboratory hologram. Data download authorized. Yay, get the map. Nice. Map data for the area has been downloaded. Press minus to open the map screen. Alright. Good deal. Okay. I wonder, do we have technology to create holograms yet? Oh. Are these Grievers? Research sample FG004 GE dosage 0.5 status, no abnormal cell mutation or multiplication. Containing a TK code. Huh? Oh my gosh, we're doing like a Resident Evil puzzle by the looks of it. Like the TK code fragment collected. and people said the monstrosity at the end of Dread was like Resident Evil. Research sample FG021 GE dosage. What was the no abnormal effects from dosage increase? Now, to be fair, the only bit of Resident Evil, or like the most of it really that I've ever seen, is Biohazard, the 7th one, I believe. Which that's the only one like I've seen the whole game. That's the only one like who the gameplay for which I've seen like the entirety of. So where was I? Oh yeah, but there were these different puzzles where you had to align a certain object to make it so its shadow matched like something, like you had to make it look like an eagle or something. You just had to rotate it, you know. So I wonder. Right, yeah, because it says 1 of 2. Because, yeah, I was about to say, I wonder if once I collect these, then the other 2 nodes will be like, I can unlock those, you know, so to speak. Or at least, you know, draw over them. Task arm for performing internal and external repairs on cryopods, including circuitry replacements and cooling system upkeep. Jeez, focus, will you? Cryopods awaiting inspection, maintenance, inspection. Cryopod repairs, cooling device found to be defective. Its circuitry must be replaced. Yeah, interesting how these cryopods, they like quite literally look like chrysalises, you know. Final examination pods will be deployed if all maintenance checks pass. Okay. Oh, here's another log. User access, encrypted security. Cryopods containing subjects are arriving at the lab almost daily. The pods put them into cold hibernation and maintain minimal life functions. Operation of the cooling equipment has been deemed absolutely essential, so the system has been designed to continue functioning even if the entire facility or to fall into low power mode. Similarly, through inspection and repair of cryopods, or similarly through inspection and repair of cryopods, or thorough. That's why the sentence wasn't making sense. Okay. Similarly, thorough inspection and repair of cryopods is one of our highest priority tasks. I wonder if I'll open up one of these and I wonder if we'll open up one of these and there'll be like a Lamorne or something. Repairs and parts replacement complete. Awaiting final check at the inspection table. Passing the check will result in redeployment. Is that another area I haven't gone through yet? Oh, right. Okay. Oh. Another data thingy. Day 1 endeavor. My name, so I read these out of order. My name is Targun, and I am a researcher at the facility. I am writing this to have a record of my experiments. When the great tragedy occurred, many fled the danger within the research center. However, at the guidance of Priest Shatoya, a few of us stayed in order to perform analysis of and experiments on Griever anatomy. So that's why we did see like Grievers in like cryopods or something. Our hope is to reverse the transformation by administering a solution of processed green energy to subjects brought to the facility. I want to believe we can succeed. Reverse the transformation. So does that confirm that the Grievers are like mutated Lamorne or something? So what's the great tragedy then? Is this like a zombie apocalypse sort of thing? Is that what happened to the Lamorne? Oh, you arrived. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and another reason this is like Resident Evil anyway. um hmm. So we had like Tron or something in the Volt Forge, and now we have Resident Evil in this icy area. But hmm. The Dark Nodes. I can't. Assuming I understood what he meant there. Hmm. Well, we still don't quite know what the great tragedy was. If it was some kind of zombie apocalypse, or maybe an experiment gone wrong that effectively became a zombie apocalypse, or what? This just takes me back to that. Unless this is actually... I'm pretty sure I scanned everything that can be scanned, so I'm just wondering... Oh! Here we go. Right. I forgot about these. Well... Sample vial containing a TK code. TK fragment collected. And what's this? So maybe there's not like a... Maybe there's not actually a pattern I'm supposed to do. Maybe it's just I have to have all of them and... right. Though if I had to guess, that was probably directly a Resident Evil Easter egg. Oh! Oh, I see. Okay. So never mind. I do have to do a certain pattern. Huh. Very good.
Whatever you're doing, it's working. Keep it up.
I kind of half expected him to say, whatever you're doing, cut it out. Light maintenance tank, a smaller version of the regular maintenance tank, developed to perform tasks in narrow passages. The light maintenance tank is a smaller model that was developed to perform repairs and other work in pipes and passageways too narrow for its standard counterpart. They were mainly deployed to the biological research facility in Ice Belt. While being smaller and lighter allows for faster movement than the standard model, this comes at the cost of having weaker armor, naturally. However, if threatened, they are fitted with the same standard welding beam and are also able to emit a high voltage shock at close range. Well, it's like I forgot that once I actually focus on the puzzle, then whatever thing I collected will pop up, or it will update itself. And then I guess because I had both, it then showed the pattern I needed to do. The music for this area is quite spooky, very ambient. It honestly reminds me of the music that plays in the Stronghold Void in Hunters. Are all the nodes missing here? Developed during the psychic era, blocks passages with a wall of psychic energy. These locks can be released using collected TK codes. Huh. So I need... There are 2. Or only 2 there. I need to collect 4. Interesting. What is this? Security gate malfunctioning, circuits are torn and it is not receiving any current. The gate material is otherwise indestructible. I see. So this is probably a job for the electric shock. It feels weird saying electric shot. Like it feels like I'm saying something incorrectly. Lamorne mode Lamorne made stretcher. Okay. Its 2 wheel size reduce resistance, allowing for easy and smooth rotation. Nice to see that there's an advanced alien race that still uses wheels, you know. Save station. Don't mind if I do. No, I don't want to save. Oh, is this on the other side? Strong impact. Yes, it is. Okay. Never mind. I thought I was gonna have to try to, you know, or I thought I was gonna have to backtrack or something. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, it's a lamp. A little research lamp. Or desk lamp, you know. Experimental capsule containing a TK code. Wonderful. Okay. Temperature control function contains a prototype medicine. Test capsule with temperature control function contains a blood sample. Prototype medicine. Test capsule with temperature control function contains samples of a poisonous liquid. Test capsule with temperature control function contains a body tissue sample. Okay. Okay. Very good. Ow. Feature sample storage capsule. Liquid appears to be a sedative variant. Awakening. You mean the Necrons? Okay. Day 81. The subject is in hibernation in the cryopod, and its metabolism is at minimum levels. Unfortunately, we are unable to perform the experiments we'd like with the subject in this state. If the subject's metabolic function is inactive, a reversal of its rapid cellular proliferation cannot occur. First, we must wake the subject and restore its normal metabolic function. This also means restoration of consciousness, so appropriate sedation will be crucial. Red one's slightly out of order. Again. Transport card has clamps for fastening containers and specialized Omni wheels for improved maneuvering. Omni wheels, huh? Hold up. Oh yeah. This is that bit of footage we saw. Yep. Very interesting. Research sample storage capsule contains a blood vessel or blood sample. Another log. Day 97 analysis. We are monitoring subjects who have had GE administered here, regardless of GE concentration. What is GE? I'm just. Ooh. I had to realign my foot, or just. Regardless of GE concentration, there do not appear to be any significant differences. We see regeneration without an apparent mutation to alter the cells. Furthermore, no matter how deep our analysis, we have yet to see any apparent chromosome abnormalities. It is almost as if they are natural creatures. Put another way, if we were to judge based on DNA, there are no significant differences between them and us. What is going on? Oh, right. So where did that? So it seems to be implying or indicating that the Grievers were not really created by the Lemorn. Or were they? But it's like if they were, then they were unawares, or... That, or we got some like weird like Planet of the Apes situation going on or something. But or both. But anyway, Recovery pod management terminal tracks the state of the contained specimen and sends data to a remote database. Operates normally in low power mode. Recovery pod A3 WKYY B25 used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. All readings from specimen Griever read normal. Pod glass destroyed. Cell culture and preservation liquid has leaked. Life signs of the specimen Griever have ceased. Also, why am I scanning them from here? Monitor standby while low power mode is active. Ice that is thickened over time. It can be melted using high temperature tools. Say no more. Surveillance monitor containing a TK code. Okay, cool. TK fire. Use the force, Samus. Help me, old Bill One. You're my only hope. Use the force, Miss Kate. What? Use the force to open the door. I'm stuck in here. Oh. Okay. Monitor stabilizer broken, causing it to fall. Its power has been cut, disabling the display. Indeed. Alright. That's not quite what I meant to do, but... I don't know why I didn't consider just scanning these at first. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Griever enclosed after an experimental Lamorne restoration procedure. Lamorne restoration procedure. Wait. I'm confused. Oh, wait, yeah, so it was established. It was more or less established earlier that the Lamorne, the Grievers are like mutated or transformed Lamorne. As I suspected this whole time, but what I'm confused by is that other log that seems to indicate that they're like is it was that log that I just read, was it basically like the guy was confused because it was like yes, they are transformed Lamorne, but it's like they aren't it's like it's not really a mutation, it's like natural or something, and it's confounding him or something. I don't know. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Pod now in low power mode. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Specimen Griever is alive and preserved. Used to place specimen in stasis, Heal damage to their internal organs. Specimen Grievers metabolism currently at minimum. Yeah, it's like something. Yeah, basically. It's as if they just like they're that's a good way of putting it. It's like they're not actually that different. It's like they are still like Lamorne, but they've become fallen or something in some way or whatever. Very interesting. Very interesting. What's the business over here? What's going on here? Day 138. I'm missing one in the sequence so far. We were so close! Exclamation mark. Attempt. It seemed like we had succeeded in disabling the problematic genes and also resetting the cells, causing the rapid proliferation process to replicate normal genetic information and restore their state. However, for some reason, we were unable to stabilize it. The subjects reverted. Right now, I want to check over the genetic analysis to see if there were any problems in our process. I do not want this setback to have been for nothing. Indeed. Part of the cryopod rail system, the column secures and releases pods for distribution. It is linked to the loading platform. Very intriguing. Very intriguing. Oh. That's just them chilling. Fifth light enables disconsidered internal battery. I set a stick over time. It can be melted using high power tools. Bulk cryopod storage, all pods functioning normally while no power mode. Storage bay cryopod terminal opens the hatch of a socketed cryopod. Currently offline. Storage bay cryopod terminal opens the hatch of a socketed cryopod online. Storage crane. Okay. Day 205. Limit. Since the lab experiments began, several subjects have been brought in each day. The lab is close to capacity, and tragically, countless brethren have lost their lives while securing these subjects. I think we should stop gathering subjects, if only because our restoration experiments have thus far been unsuccessful. Yep. Hey, 51% scans. There are two baddies in here, poly tanks. Yep. Oh, cheer right there. Oh boy. Grievers specimen battery depletion ultimately led to specimen's death. It has frozen completely. Wait, what's the thing that can be melted? Oh. Oh wow. That's a lot of them. Oh, right. That thing. So now this one is online as well. Griever specimen containing a TK code. Who would have thunk it? Just one more. My heart just kind of stops every time, just I guess I'm kind of expecting it to jump at me or something. Completely frozen due to the drop in the laboratory's temperature. No life signs detected. Yeah, so as I figured, it does seem very much like... Oh. Game, I'm already kind of on edge from opening the pods. But yeah, it did seem rather, you know, I did call it really. Just, you know, I'm like, you know, they just remind me too much of the Reptilicus on Brio in Prime 3. So, you know, now the difference is the nature in which they, you know. Yeah, imagine they pull another Prime 3 reference and then, like, you know, when you're in the pirate lab on Skytown, there are those Metroids in the cells, and then you just hear like the glass breaking and stuff, and then you see the cases and or the little holding things, and they're now all broken and stuff, and you got like scary music, and there's no power, or the lights are out, you know. Anyway, let you drop in. I thought I scanned that one already. Oh, right, I did, but the first scan was telling me about the TK code. What even does TK mean? Right, because in the footage, I think we did see like some of the icy Grievers in like an area that looked like this, so yeah, only makes sense, right? Oh, right, yeah, you're right, you're right. It's like PK, Psycho, or Psychokinetic or whatever. I haven't gone in here yet. Unused DNA sample storage case. What are these? Used for extracting DNA for experimentation. Okay, we're backtracking a little bit. Research diary day 117 breakthrough data download notebook. We may have had a breakthrough today. Until now, we presumed that the physical transformation was triggered by something in the crystals, causing compositional change in the GE, which would in turn cause an abnormality in gene transcription. Yet that is not the case. In actuality, an unused region of the brain linked with the crystals is stimulated, and as a result, genes that would normally have stayed pseudogenes were transcribed. I now wonder, are we unlocking a blocked evolutionary branch? This would mean the great tragedy was merely one possible evolution of one potential future. So with that in mind, what would happen if, when administering GE, we disabled those genes at the moment that the rapid cellular proliferation is triggered? There should be sufficient value in attempting this to justify altering the what does that say? Balsalized systems programming. Oh, really? Or you're just going cuckoo. Fine station. Quickly and safely resuscitates frozen specimens without returning them in consciousness. So is that what it is, eh? It's not, it's not like some kind of, you know, zombie apocalypse sort of thing, but instead it's this. I mean, kind of, end result being, the end result was this was the same either way. Ah, I see. Because I have heard the, you know, it's like we only use like a very small percentage of our brain. And everybody's like, really? That doesn't seem right. Also, if memory serves me, this is like a, isn't this a boss? Ah, okay, Bacilli system, primarily used to perform experimental autopsies. Online activation will set it to operating mode, or is it not a boss? It's just a machine, or both. The Morn-made operating table uses a gravity tuning device inside the padding to stabilize specimens without the need for restraints. Plot twist, I put myself in it. Okay. Storage header appears to have stopped mid-activation. Yeah. Access code approved. Autopsy systems activated. Storage mode disabled. Operating mode initialized. Oh yeah, this is like a really weird looking thing. There was a really, oh okay, system could. There was a really weird, bizarre sci-fi movie just called Lucy. That was about like using 100% of your brain, or like what would happen if you did use 100% of your brain, because there was like this one gal played by Scarlett Johansson who is continuously using more and more of her brain, and things just get weirder and weirder in the movie. First time it didn't just go right above my head. I mean, it was interesting, I guess, but it was just a weird, crazy, bizarre sci-fi movie. Do I need to do it backwards? Yes. Also had Morgan Freeman in it as well. This is like a weird butterfly monstrosity. Balsal system. It's ultra high performance multiprocessor and 145 installed surgical tools accommodate many types of complex surgery, not just autopsies. Oh. That's crazy. Morning stretcher, too many. Like at some point when she's like somewhere in the 90 percentile of like using all her brain, she like is moving back, like forward and backward in time, and just like, you know, like at one point she's just sitting in a chair and all of a sudden there's a dinosaur charging towards her, and all of a sudden she like goes at a different point. It's like, okay, wait, what is going on? And then like an earlier part, she's just like walking down the hall and she's like causing all these, like, you know, just telekinetically just like causing all these guys who are pointing guns at her to just like go up to the ceiling or whatever. It's just like, huh? It's very bizarre. And then, like, the closer she gets to 100%, like, for whatever reason, her skin is just, like, turning into, like, this weird, like, charcoal substance. And then once she gets to 100%, she just shatters. And then just, she's like, I'm everywhere. Something. It's like, huh? Alright. Not sure how that makes sense, but okay. Anyway. Back to the TK. just to quote Myron Byrne when referring to the siege of it, it's just a weird movie. Weird. Was alright, which way to the telekinetic barrier thingy? Well, I mean, yeah, I do. Like, I did see, you know, what they were doing there, but more my point with, like, how does that make any sense? Is more just, like, there's still no logic in it, like, whatsoever. So, inconveniently, my camera little thing is... Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Inconveniently, my camera bit is right in front of the pattern. So that was what I was seeing last time. Well, the pattern that I did, which was kind of like a little dipper. Like, both of these are kind of like a weird, like, you know, dipper constellation. But so yeah. Anyway, So, I want to do something like the Little Dipper again. That's not quite what I meant to... What the... No. There we go. Yeah, it didn't occur to me until, like, just now when I was looking at the feedback, and I was like, oh, you can't actually see the pattern it was showing me. Resignation, day 214. Oh boy. Unfortunately, though. Okay, there we go. Our resources are running very low, and we are almost out of the chemicals needed for research and experiments. At the same time, progress remains at a standstill. Naturally, there is a rising sense of panic and resignation. We cannot hope for more chemicals to arrive, and if we use up what we have before the experiment succeeds, no, even if it succeeds, and with what we have left, and we are losing researchers, everyone is likely thinking the same thing. So he doesn't mean resignation as in, like, literally resigning. It's more in the sense of, like, your attitude. Mostly styrofoam. I'm gonna go back for a second because there is just one log I haven't found yet. I'm guessing that's probably not where a data log is, but you know what? Give me a data log, please. I would like a data log. Not sure what that means. To quote Palpatine from Tales of the Jedi, I don't know what you mean. I already scanned that one. Well, I don't know. I don't think I found a log in here, so If there is one. That's just reading the sample. Which had a TK code in it before. Let's see, there's one right there. Interesting. I've been going too far back. It was just in here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Well, I mean, a little before, but you know what I mean. Cool. Roll your dice, you move your mice. Nobody gets hurt. Where is this last? No. maybe... I mean, it might be, like, further ahead, but I just don't find that likely. But I could just be dead wrong, you know? Very well. I can always look for it later, I guess. Even though I really have no idea where it could be. You know, if my assumption that it's earlier in the level is correct. Could also double check around here. Oh, it's right here. Oh, thank God. Day 57, anxiety. That's a good Kevin MacLeod track. Albeit simple, you know. Green energy dosage results show no significant benefits at this time. Essentially, a rapid increase in cellular proliferation speed and a doubling of the number of cells increases growth and affects vitally. But why has this vector taken such an abnormal turn, and what can be done to shift it back to its original direction? Our time is limited, and I'm worried about our remaining stockpiles. Okay.
Samus, looks like you made it through another floor. You're getting close to the generator.
I completely forgot that's what I was doing. Doors are offline. Also, it kind of sounded like he didn't pronounce the second S in Samus. Just rather odd. Lightweight vertical wind turbines made to withstand the valley's severe winds. When the facility is in low power mode, wind power fulfills all energy needs. Okay. Oh. Come on, let me scan you. Will I ever scan those things? Oh. Ah, thank God. Dartwing. It's basically a shriek bat. Bat variant with evolved arm and leg, Patagia. This creature will suspend its hind legs, then glide through the air to attack its prey. The Dartwing is a Chiroptera variant adapted to freezing climates. The claws at the tips of their feet are used to dig into protrusions or grade differences, enabling them to hang upside down to rest. to reduce the energy expense of bodily thermoregulation, they live in caves or abandoned buildings where fewer variances in temperature and humidity are likely to occur. They are nocturnal and have poor vision and instead use hearing to perceive their surroundings. Unlike most real bats that are not blind, if they detect the sound of an intruder in their territory, they will attempt to glide down and crash into the invader using their evolved patagium. Once in flight, what is a patagium? Once in flight, their trajectory will take them to the location of the original sound, meaning if their target moves quickly enough, dart wings will instead collide with walls or other objects and perish. Noted. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this in one of the clips. Cargo gondola lift. Loror. Is that supposed to be like a combination of lore and horror? Cargo gondola lift. Used for transporting cargo and research staff over the valleys below. Reinforced cables proof it against strong winds. Currently offline. Really? I thought most bats could see. Like that, the idea that bats are blind is a myth. That they can see, it's just they live in the dark, and that's why they need ultrasound or sonar. Ah! Seems more I should just wait to cross. Whoop. Oh. Well, I am a little heavy. In real life and in game. Ah! Most of this is padding, I assure you. Anyway. Haven't really been scanning anything. Strong shock. Didn't quite mean to do that, but maybe this will work. Oh boy. I'm not here. You just think I am. Love the little reaction. Temporary glass structure, warping it and causing it to crack, structural integrity, weaken, a strong impact will cause it to show. Ah, so there's that cutscene. I may have not seen the one you're talking about, because I still haven't watched a lot of things you've been sharing lately. Sorry. Got a control terminal currently offline. You don't say. Although I know I've been busting bridges, but... Ah, okay, so just roll under. Ah! Get lost. You mean that one? Currently offline. It didn't look lit up. Oop. Records. There is a little more we can do. Every experiment has ended in failure, and the results remain unchanged. If we put the facility into low power mode, it should remain intact for as long as there are maintenance tanks to look after it. We can leave behind our records, but will anyone ever see them? And if so, will they succeed where we could not? No, this is not the time for doubt. We must do everything we can. Darn shame. So, something that we did see at the end of last episode was a green energy shower that was impacting all the critters around, and it was like toughening them up and stuff. So, but I'm wondering, I don't remember, was the green energy something that was natural, or was it something unnatural? I can't go back that way. Because of it... What's this? It's really like this pinkish purplish color, but it looks kind of red on the feedback. Cryogenic and bioform studies continue in research and development. Hmm. Yeah, the reason the Dark Luminoth didn't, he never ran into one is because they always killed themselves, or they died, like, of something, and then when they died, the Ing that was trying to possess them also died. Records. It's like this one Norm Macdonald joke, and nobody even knew he had cancer, but he told this joke while he was battling cancer, and he's just like, it's something that some people say is like, somebody died of cancer. It's like, the guy lost his battle. It's like, well, that's not funny. You don't want to be remembered as like, loser, whatever. Like, you, I guess the battle was going. Well, I guess what happened was the battle was going well, but then the man got a little cowardly and then just lost the battle to cancer. It was like, and I'm not a biologist, and I'm pretty sure. Now I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure that when you die, the cancer dies at the exact same time. So I'm pretty. So to me, it's not a loss; it's a draw. uh, Well, yeah, true, but like, they were like killing each other and stuff. Research data archive terminal contains data on past laboratory experimentation and research on bioforms, including recordings currently offline. Inactive bomb slot. Treated examinations. Yes. Psychic experimentation and genetic transformation research and development. Right, like, yeah, there was a log that mentioned, the like Luminoth blood being spilled because you had unaffected ones battling dark Luminoth, and then they were like, they were like, we made it so that we had special shielding to protect against possession, but even if the shielding failed, all Luminoth were prepared to self-terminate before becoming slaves of the Ing. Yeah, it's like, what was it? Family and friends, family and friends having to kill because they were possessed. Video log backups of experimentation and treatment. Tanks and storage. It's an electrical thingy. Transport tube and network for moving small cargo currently offline. Oh, hi. How do you do? Oh, right, you can still get injured from that. But my point earlier stands. Like, well, the reason you don't run into them is because they're all dead. So, okay. I was about to say, why are there crates here when this is a save station and it recharges both my health and ammo? And then I remembered, oh, wait a minute. Hard mode, like, hard mode seems to, like, we don't know what hard mode is exactly. The documentary. Yeah, I have seen that. It's really cool, really awesome. But it was like, what was it? Casual mode and normal mode. They both said that save stations, like the descriptor for both of them, it showed like save stations would replenish both health and ammunition, which implies that hard mode removes one of those things. So, you know, I guess that would be why there are crates in that save room, huh? 293 Query. That's a character I'm familiar with. Really disappointed me in Catalyst. Anyway. We have finally reached the end of our resources. Tomorrow we will abandon this lab and at Shatoya's instruction move to Chrono Tower built in Soul Valley. We will not be able to save our brethren. Why could we not find a way to stabilize the Griever cells when they reverted to their Lamorne counterparts? What did we miss? I will ponder this for the rest of my life. Five more. Clock principle extrapolation. Now that I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. At first I thought maybe you were talking about retrograde motion, but I was like, what does that have to do with what we were saying? I'll tell you what, though, the way I said that, you know, well, the reason you didn't run into any Dark Luminals is because they were all dead. Just reminded me of this other cool documentary. You can watch it on YouTube. It's called The Privileged Planet. And I think most of these, or a good deal of these scientists, I don't think are even necessarily Christians, but they are, like, advocating for intelligent design just based on these, like, different aspects of, you know, our good old planet, you know. And but you know, one of the things they're pointing to is, like, don't you find it interesting how a planet that is most suitable for sustaining life also just happens to be a planet that is most suitable for observing the universe. And you know, one of the guys is like, now of course if you were to just, you know, suddenly teleport, you know, get transported to like Saturn or Venus or Titan or something, like, you know, some place like that, the whole thing of not being able to observe, like, beyond the clouds wouldn't be an issue because you'd be dead. But that's precisely the point. So, but now some of them are, I do believe. I think a number of the scientists in that are actually believers, but some of them aren't, I don't think. So it's an old one at this point, but it's good. It's good. Ah, yes. Mm-hmm. Right, of course. But I'm just I think something got lost in translation because I am trying to figure out what did that have to do with what we were talking about earlier. Let's see, because we were talking about the Luminoth and like the Dark Luminoth and stuff, and then Norm Macdonald and the cancer dying at the exact same time, and oh wait, I know what to do. Just because this, I recognize this place. Generator maintenance used by maintenance tanks for turbine upkeep. Each turbine has its own dedicated slot. The more main magnetic turbine spins using a magnetic field created and sustained by the main generator. This generates through enough electricity for the entire laboratory. Prayer. Just now the main generator has stopped. This means that the boiler we use for heat will also stop. The temperature will drop, and that rhymes. And I expect the facility. Oh, okay. No wonder I was confused. This means that the boiler we use for heat will also stop. The temperature will drop, and I expect the facility will be frozen solid. The area will switch to low power mode, which uses wind energy. This should be enough to maintain operation of the cryopods in which our brethren sleep. I believe we have done everything we could here, but ultimately we could not save our kind. I am overwhelmed by helplessness. I trust the words of Shatoya that someday our Savior will appear. All I can do right now is pray. I am Targon, and I am utterly defeated. Aww. That's why that one Odyssey episode is called The Last Resort. Which is like more or less a lesson, you know, because, you know, it's like, you know, people often turn to like prayer as the last resort for a lot of people, but really, you know, you should be, you know, praying without ceasing, as the scriptures say. Well, we do have 4 more, so I don't think, unless it's a different fellow, but bomb slot encased in ice. The generator startup device is activated by attaching to a slot connector. Oh, okay. I didn't quite mean to do that also. Oh. Ah, okay. Yup. So now the little thing is... Wait. Looks like it's like a spider rail. I don't remember where it is. It is in one of the epistles, I know that. But that barely narrows it down. That barely narrows it down. Shame to say, really, just because, it's, should memorize more scripture, Psychic tether node. Tether node placed using psychic energy. Once materialized, the morph ball can connect to it and hang from it. Psychic ball track. Only usable by one who has a psychic spider ball. Once materialized, they can be traveled by adhering to them in ball form and rotating in the desired direction. Turbine hologram display shows the current state of the main generator turbine. All systems appear nominal. Now, in my defense, the chapter and verses were something that were added on much, much later. They were not part of the original manuscripts. Oh, so it was in Hebrews? Okay. So, that's why, you would have the scripture quoted back in the day, like within scripture being like, it is written, without actually citing, like chapter and verse and stuff. Well, if it was in the Hall of Faith chapter, then I think that's Hebrews 11, isn't it? Which is why when anybody starts doing any kind of numerology with the scriptures based on like chapter and verse, well, we've already got a problem, because that wasn't even something that was added until later. So. Okay, now. Ah! Now, oh, did that count? Oh, it counted. Cool. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, I need to let it charge. I'm also... Well, I am looking at the feedback for this, but just because I can see better, but... Where? So Hebrews is the book that nobody really knows who wrote it. However, I have heard a very interesting theory that I'm quite satisfied with myself, really. Let me see if I can figure this out first. There it is. There we are. Music always picks up when...
Hey, you've got the power back on. Rendezvous up top and we'll talk next steps.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ah! Jeez. Ah, no! Oh. Whew. Awesome. I was really needing another energy tank. Anyway. So like in... So I was hearing from this one fellow. James White. Brilliant scholar fellow. He was saying how, I mean, like, so one of the reasons people have thought that, you know, it was like Paul who wrote Hebrews, is just because of how, like, it gets, like, when finding, like, the different manuscripts and stuff, with, like, it gets paired up with Romans, like, and all of the, and a lot of other Pauline epistles. But like he doesn't open the letter like referring to himself as Paul like he does in all the other ones, and also his vocabulary is different. So, you know, that's why some people have been like, well, I don't think it is Paul actually. As the controls is frozen, cannot be operated. So then James White's personal theory, which I find quite fascinating and satisfactory even, is that it's actually it is like from a sermon or otherwise of Paul's, but it was written by Luke. And his reasoning is simple. And Luke was Paul's companion, so he would have been privy to that. So, and his rationale is simple. It's Paul's theology, but it's Luke's vocabulary. So it's like, okay. How interesting. Well, unlike those the previous episodes, I am all but contained in this one region. Ah, okay. Commencing the regenerative treatment of Subject 763. We have done everything we can. Genetic adjustments are complete. Initiating injection of refined GE. Abnormality with suspend the sequence. No, it didn't work again. Treatment of subject 763 has failed. Place the subject in the healing pod. I will inform Shatoya. How unfortunate. Resonance Cascade vibes just a little bit. I didn't quite catch that, what I was saying there. But what a swim! Yeah, so it seems they can't do it. What they were saying, they can't do it while the creature is entirely asleep because they need the metabolism to be like on whatever. But then they're gonna, he'll like wake up or something. So seemed like it was. It was doing something for a bit, but yeah. Data cannot be read. That's a shame. External temperature measurements, average temperature of one cycle, 253.15 LK. Lowest temperature. Wait. LK. That's very, like, that number is very close to, like, what is considered, like, negative-wise, isn't that, like in either Celsius or Fahrenheit, isn't that what is absolute zero? Ah, I see. Nice. This thing's is online and unlocked. Ah, okay. Perfect. Oh, I'm in the gondola. Yeah, it's curious that, you know, there's something called a gondola that, like, or the word gondola can refer to a, like, it can refer to a boat. Ah. I was wondering what that word meant because I actually wasn't quite sure. But, yeah, it's weird how gondola can refer to both a boat and, like, something that is effectively a cable car. Terminal online functioning, however, the linked device has frozen and malfunctioned. The activation hologram will not display. Well, that's a shame. Yay, we got everything working! No, it's not working.
Something triggered the alarm. I can't override security.
That's not good. Unfortunately.
I'm not sure what's happening. This whole facility just went into lockdown.
I mean, the way he talked, it does kind of sound like somebody I've actually met. Oh boy. Yeah. Also, last episode I realized that the music is sort of dynamic in the sense that while it won't stop the music that is currently playing in the background, whenever a griever is nearby, it will layer on another, like, melody that actually meshes well with the ambient tune. Which actually, now that I think about it, that actually reminds me of how the hunter encounter music works in Hunters. Because, like, when I was thinking about it, it's like, what, you mean they just went through all of the tracks and made sure that the Griever music actually layered fairly decently well with it? And I was like, well, actually, in Hunters, they did that with literally all of the Hunters tracks. I made it so that if any three were layered on top of each other, it wouldn't sound so bad. I missed what that said. The superficial scan, that is. Frostburn Griever. Huh. Griever variant weakened from cryopreservation. The preservation liquid used has resulted in a loss of pigmentation, though their aggressive nature remains. Frostburn Grievers are those that have been revived from cryopreservation. Prolonged submersion in preservation liquid has leached all pigmentation from their skin, resulting in a pale gray appearance. Physical adaptations have also occurred, increasing resilience to extreme cold, yet weakening them against high heat. Their high aggression and agility are retained from before cryopreservation, spurring them to track and attack prey in every corner of the facility. Perhaps owing to their near simultaneous awakening, these grievers frequently move in groups, though no individual appears to be leading them. That's fine. Oh yeah? Alright, you asked for it. It's about to be long. Perhaps. Indeed. Oh. I see. Ow. Oh.
I'm picking up a lot of activity. What's happening down there?
Not much. Oh, just some Griever boys. This is what we saw in the... What we saw in the... video log. Oh, another one. Ow. Recovery pod management treatment monitors the state of the contained specimen and forwards the data to a remote database currently operating full power mode. Unless, of course, they're trying to kill me. But I suppose I won't be too torn up about it if they evade me. Is this the one I just came from? I think it might be. Oh, yep. They all busted. Yous did call it, fam. Light main staying inactive. A powerful impact has damaged its internal circuitry. Reboot impossible. Now, there were other bots that apparently I could re-energize or something. Which does make me wonder, can I get, like, temporary buddies that way? Cryopod tracking terminal monitors the specimen inside the socketed pods. Last use unknown. Cryopod running on normal power. The rapid increase in room temperature has caused the pod to malfunction, and its internal temperature is rising. Indeed. Security shutter damaged. Ah, that's what that is. It appears to have been torn off using enough physical force to break it entirely. What if we get, like, for the last logs of Targun or whatever? What if we get these logs of, like, showing how he's gradually losing his mind or whatever? That'd be really sad. And scary. Monitors the recovery room. No data retrievable. Just for communicating with the surgery room. Last use unknown. Manages cryopods in the storage room. Whoop. Well, thanks, bud. You just unlocked the way to that missile expansion. Much obliged. Oh, well, that's unnerving. He's right there at the door. He may be able to bust through it. Go Thort. Oh, you mean the Great Tree or something? The Sacred Tree? Right, because the green energy actually does go to the tree, doesn't it? That... Or you're feeding the green energy to the tree. Huh. You know, I hadn't thought about that until you just mentioned that. That is a little concerning, yeah. Stock management data. Terminal manages inventory for materials. Inventory data lost. Is that everything? Capital and security. Well. Huh?
Oh no, they're in the wall.
Classic line. Hang on, give me a second. I'll talk about ultimate betrayal or naivety?
Samus, do you copy? I got red dots on my radar.
Same, bud. Same. Yeah, I don't remember the connection between the sacred tree and green energy, but there is a connection. Maybe it's the reason that green energy showers occur? It was weird though, because when I saw the green energy like go up in the air, like I said at the end of last episode, it looked kind of how it was like when we launched the virus bomb in Space Marine 2. It looked like that. So it looked to me as if somebody rather than something did that. So, which, I mean, if it is Silex, for instance, like if he's actually figured this out or whatever, and that was just another thing another obstacle he did, like, you know, smart. But provide surveillance oversight for the 4 laboratory research room. Link to the floor security terminal. The system is currently down. I mean, after all, Silex is already trying to block us, at least every now and again, as proven in the volcano, and possibly with the Cybot that took his form, but I'm not sure. Provide survey. I mean, if he is, like, you know, that involved, or has kind of gotten the lay of the land long before we have, then, you know, he's good. You know, as they say, you know. Provides surveillance oversight for the 4 laboratory research rooms. Systems are down due to long-term exposure to extreme cold. I'm just reminded because he's like, I got red dots on my radar.
They're coming for me. Going off comms. Meet you upstairs.
Well, not the best acting work, but I mean, the way some people I've heard actually talk in real life is kind of funny, so I mean, and if it makes his character more entertaining or something, then, you know, I'll definitely let it go. Or, you know, I'll definitely be willing to overlook it. Okay. So I was onto something there. Nice little jingle to accompany that. Although, this seems more like it's leading to an item than the way to go. But maybe I'm wrong about that.
Samus, you made it. Let's take care of this. They don't like fighting.
A life for a life. Oh, what am I... But I'm reminded of this line from the Buzz Lightyear movie. Not Lightyear, the cartoon Buzz Lightyear movie. Or, they're both cartoons, technically, but what I mean is the hand-drawn cartoon. But it was like, oh, I've got a lot of blinking red lights here. I don't need those lights to tell me we're in trouble. Uh-oh. Oh, I can heal? How do I get back up? I don't... Oh. Operation Troop and killed in action. Oh no. Oh no. When was the last time I saved? Oh no. Ooh. I knew I should have. I knew I should have. I knew I should have gone in that one save station. Alright. Well, that's the first game over I've gotten from somebody else dying. Oh, right. Also, I forgot about this, so... Hmm? Oh, okay, here we go. Nice. I was like, well, what was the point of that? Huh? Yeah, on the plus side, there was that. So I guess that was worth coming back to. Because I'd completely forgotten. Oof, though. Big oof.
What the? Something triggered the alarm. I can't override security.
Hmm?
I'm not sure what's happening. This whole facility just went into lockdown. I'm picking up a lot of activity. What's happening down there?
You don't want to know. Ah. How did I miss that last time? Interesting. Okay. Save.
Come back to the control room. I'm waiting for you upstairs. Samus, do you copy? I got red dots on my radar.
As do I. What? Why are you also a problem? They're coming for me. Going off comms. Meet you upstairs. Where do I... Oh. How did I lose track of how to get out of here? Oh. Sorry. Ow. Oh, these things I could... like otherwise hold on to. Like if I had like the whatever that grapple thing is for like the morph ball.
Samus, you made it. Let's take care of this. They don't like fire. Coming. Acquiring target. One down.
Scratch one bogey. Nice.
I think we're clear. Solid work, Samus.
Nice.
Power's back online. Feels like the heat is too. Might be what's drawing those strange creatures. You'll be able to use that elevator now. It'll give you access to the deepest level. I'll hang back. Try to open the gate from up here. The rest is up to you.
Good old compassionate Sammy, you know? Oh, that's an electrical thingamabobber. Oh, that takes me to the outside. Alright, well. Kind of wanted him to go down again just so I could try out the healing ability. Because I was like, oh, I can do that? I can now, you know, I've got a revive mechanic. That's cool. Alright, this went on much longer than I had intended. And I'm kind of starting this trend of making each of these streams a bit longer than the one before, and I'm not trying to do that. So I'll try and dial it back next time. Also, guess the heat got turned on too. Yeah, that's just because I'm hot. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Save him, please, 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 please. Yes, thank you. Alright, well, we'll finally bring this episode to a close. We got quite a lot done, but this area is still quite vast. So yeah, we're gonna be down here, and next time around we'll probably be fighting that giant uh, well I didn't actually use it. That's why I was saying I kind of wished he went down again just so I could actually try it out. Because it was like saying how like going to like basically use my psychic visor to heal him up a bit. But yeah, so there'll be that giant weird rock beetle monster thingy that I think we've seen in like some of the trailers and footage and whatnot, and I imagine we'll be fighting that next. Probably the keeper of the key, you know. And I guess I'll be able to go back to the volcano area, but yeah. But that's like there's like one key that's unaccounted for. Because there are 5 of them, right? There's one in Furry Green. There's one in Volt Forge. There's one here, I reckon, right? There's one in the volcano, I reckon, right? So where's the 5th one? Is it somewhere in Soul Valley in the desert? Well, that'll be something we'll have to find out later. We still haven't. It's only this episode we've run into another of the Marines. So yeah, we've still got a whiles away. It seems, even though I'm like 51% or just over 50% done with scans, but I mean that doesn't necessarily mean I'm halfway through the game. I don't think, because you know a lot of it is like, I mean, I haven't really been scanning that many new creatures or things like that, but and plus, yeah, I some of the new stuff I got was from the volcano, but you know, I haven't even cleared the area yet. I've only done like part of it, so. And we still got a couple more beams, and yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. As always, God bless, and hope to see you all next time. Ciao.